Hi everybody, Steve here from the Vinyl Record Mission. Finally, I came across a couple of things that I want to share with you to truly avoid these types of sleeves.
Your two favorite guys, Ryan and Steve from the Vinyl Record Mission.
First off, rising to the occasion is Herb Alpert's Rise. Yeah, I picked this up at a garage sale and I thought it was really cool because I'd never seen a clear, pressing of it. It's a single. It's got Aran Nuiz on the B side, but everybody loves Rise. It's a great song. I mean, it's undeniable. 50 million fans don't lie. That's an Elvis quote, I think. But anyways, this, my friends, is PVC. I finally found a really good example of it, and a lot of picture discs come in this material. You can see it's thick. It's transparent. You can see already how it's been affected by the heat. These records were in a garage sale. I paid for this knowing what I was getting, but I paid for it because I wanted to be able to show you guys what happens to records in this type of material. So I'm gonna take this to another table and show you, and that's not the only one. There's one coming in the end that's gonna blow you away, and these records are found in the most unsuspecting places where you would think you could trust their judgment. So let's show you what this looks like, and then we'll get on to the next one. Right, so there you can see it. We're looking at the Rise, Herb Alpert. Look at it. I mean, it even went on to the dark part of the vinyl, but you can see the off-gassing there, like leopard prints, almost leopard stripes all the way around the record. Pretty sure you can see those. You can really see them. See there? That's off-gassing. I don't know. I know I'm doing this, but it's on there. It doesn't come off. I'm gonna try and clean it and see if it in fact comes off. But yeah, it's all the way around the record like that on both sides. So it did it on both sides, as you can see. Yep, all the way around the record. And this is not something that you want to happen to your record. So if you see, oh, look at that part. Wow, just literally destroyed even into you can really see the haze here, right here, how that is on there. And because that's the dead part, let's see. I mean, yeah, it's still not coming off. See that? I rubbed it with my finger and it's embedded in there, man. It's on there. So yeah, that's the Rise record. Let's see what it sounds like now. First of all, it's all warped to hell. It's got one negative. Now let's listen to this horrible off-gassing damage. So it sounds bad and it's warped. That's a lose-lose. So the Herb Alpert record is damaged beyond repair. It's not even really worth trying to repair that or clean it deeply or have the warp removed. No, it'd be easier just to buy one online that wasn't damaged. So that will probably get used for art, or maybe given to Ryan to donate to Mr. Monfils, the artist that we donate undesirable, unwanted Destroyed Beyond Fubar Records. There you go, Fubar Records. But this next record is from an entity that we all know and love. Well, maybe not all of us, but we all know of this entity. We trust in this entity. We rely on this entity to be accurate, and the people that work there get paid 6 figures a year. And it is your county library. Yes, this is the Los Angeles Public Library. And this is a great release on fantasy from Cannonball Adderley. This is the legend of John Henry. You've got Joe Williams, Randy Crawford, and Robert, is that Guillaume? Guillaume, never heard of them. I'm not versed on everybody. But this album is also, produced by Cannonball Adderley and the amazing David Axelrod. Anytime you see David Axelrod's name on a record, buy it. Just buy it. It won't let you down. You won't be disappointed in the music. He's one of the greatest composers, writers, artists of our time. And he was just a revolutionary when it came to sound and emotion and feel. And so many beatheads are after his records because he kind of coined that rhythmic, kind of funky soul drum break and did it better than anybody else. But he also incorporated amazing orchestra arrangements. I mean, come on, he took a psychedelic rock group like the Electric Prunes and put his spin on it and did like a Sunday sermon, psych rock Sunday sermon called The Release of an Oath with the Electric Prunes. Amazing album. If you can ever get your hands on one, buy. I think there's a reissue of that. The OG will cost you, a pretty penny. But this album right here, this is a double album on fantasy. And guess what? It is in a thick PVC. This is how they did them in the libraries. Yeah, not only did they put it in PVC to ruin your record from off-gassing, but they cut the sleeves. They literally, this was a gatefold, and they cut it in two so that they can slide it into this little sleeve. Amazing, just absolutely amazing. The funny thing is, check this out. In the checkout card spot, there is a little flyer that tells you about, it warns you about autos act as ovens and shows a warped record like that, right? Well, how about, PVC acts as a hazing agent or off-gassing agent. No, they didn't know anything about that yet, but it's ironic that they were putting, a leaflet in here about how to protect your records, but they're going to destroy it anyways by putting it in a PVC folder. Yeah. What else does it say on here? Heat from other hot places can damage discs too. Spare the library's records. Care for them cautiously because you are responsible for records charged on your library card. That is funny. Audio Visual Department, Los Angeles Public Library, 630 West 5th Street, and the year is 1971. Hilarious to me. Absolutely hilarious. So not only is it in a thick PVC binder, the inner sleeves on these albums, I don't know if they came like this, but I'm pretty sure they did. These are the sleeves that I was talking about to people earlier, and there was a few people that said they had never seen them. But you see how they're like half domed on the bottom, they're concave to take the shape of the record, and then the top, they're open. A lot of the records in the 50s, some in the 60s, came like this, and they were sealed at the top. They were sealed shut, and then you had to tear them open. Sometimes those sleeves off-gassed. I've found records that had ghosting and hazing on those from the 50s and 60s. And these, sadly, have some ghosting on them. You might not be able to see it, so I'm going to take you over again to the table and show you what's on here. and then we're going to see if we can actually hear it. Maybe these are salvageable. I'm hoping they are. So you can clearly see again, the leopard marks on there. Yeah, those are from off-gassing on this record as well. So it's like that pretty much all the way around, as you can see. Those horrible, doesn't want to focus on there, lines that go all the way into the dead wax, you can see. So yeah, this looks like it has the same issue. But let's see how audible it is on this. This would be a shame. Well, good news, it's not warped.
John Henry, hear me good. You got to get that babe to the promised land.
So both discs on The Legend of John Henry are ghosted, or hazed, or off-gassed, whatever you want to call it. Very disappointing. I didn't expect it until I saw that the inner sleeves were made of that, whatever material that is. I don't know if that was the culprit. I highly doubt it. The off-gassing most definitely came from the PVC. However, it transferred the gas through, and it takes it like a print. It's like silk screening. Those inner sleeves, those baggy inner sleeves, they're wrinkly, and they get creases in them and stuff. They're not perfectly flat. So whatever formation those inner sleeves take, the gas transfers to the vinyl in that pattern. And that's why you get that like leopard print. It basically mimics the pattern of whatever pattern the inner sleeve baggie was in at the time the off-gassing took place. So disappointing, because it's an amazing record. If you can find it, buy it. It's a great kind of a soundtrack type recording, but with beautiful music, great history, and amazing artists performing on that record. So yeah, back then, in the 70s, I guess the library was more concerned about their books than they were about their vinyl records, nor did they know what the damaging effects could be of those PVC binders long term. So I guess not their fault. Hopefully they're not doing that anymore these days. I haven't been into a library to check out any records lately, and I don't see myself doing that any time in the near future either. But if you frequent the library, they do put, I guess, binders over some of the books as well. I'm not really familiar with that. The library is a place that I tried to avoid growing up, believe me. I wasn't much of the studious type. So this is about the extent that I know about the library, and I hope to keep it that way. So thanks for joining me on this episode of the Vinyl Record Mission and the hazards of off-gassing due to PVC. Now you know what it looks like, and you know when to avoid it. Don't just pick up a record and buy it without inspecting it. If it is in PVC, make sure you look very, very closely. Make sure that it's not damaged. All right, you guys take care. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.
If you haven't, make sure you hit like and subscribe to the Vinyl Record Mission, so that way you don't miss out on any future content. More videos coming your way.